Hi, my name is Lisa Sorbie Martin. Sorbie is my traditional Torres Strait Island name. I'm named after my grandmother, who originates from Murray Island in the Torres Strait, and my grandfather on his side, we come from Moore Island, and that is another island in the beautiful islands of the Torres Strait. Now, the work I've created for the Hotter Solid Gold exhibition is right behind me here if you come my way. This work has been inspired by the memory of my loved ones who've passed from sickness and disease. It is a work that just represents that we have a light in our heart for our loved ones who've passed. The patterning that I've used is the Torres Strait basket weaving, our cross hatching, and as you gaze downwards, the next patterning is fresh water, and it is embraced by salt water. And the next patterning further down, it represents the wet season. Now this work is called Eterne, and it's an ancient poetic word for eternal. I've been an artist now for 25 years, and as you can see, there's art and design in everything I do. And my inspiration really comes from natural things, you know, whether it's cells or the tide going in and out, the lines that are left on the sand. As you can see, there are many beautiful items that I've collected over time. I'm a bit of a collector, and this is a turtle shell, and as you can see, part of his shell it's almost like a paintbrush that's been splattered on his shell. So often this is a design and pattern that I get inspiration from. Seeds, all sorts of seeds that I am so passionate about, just the design in seeds for the Great Barrier Reef. Now, if you would like to create things, you know, I mean, if you don't live on the reef, you can get books. Go to the library, get some books, get anything that inspires you. So for me, it depends on what's sort of rolling around inside me. Like if it may be a particular colour, or it may be a sea creature like a turtle, which I just so love to create art with turtles. Also, like for me, a lot of my work, I'm producing work in acrylics, and they're etched acrylic, and a lot of my patternation it really is gleaned from how I grew up in the wet season in the Torres Strait. So the straight lines is a lot of the patterning that I use for my artwork. There's also a beautiful, it's a story that I love to embed in my artwork, is that fresh water is embraced by salt water, and that incorporates everybody because we're either from fresh water or salt water. So I do include this type of patternation in my artwork, and in the Torres Strait we use lots of lines. So a lot of my work the lines aren't straight, which that's what I love as an artist. All my work is hand drawn, so I love the unevenness of, you know, creating work. For today, I just thought just to create some work that you could actually do at home with a empty jar, or anything that you like. This is a glass lantern. That's all you need is a glass jar, even an empty jar, Vegemite jar, that you can use. Pens that you can draw on glass. So any pens, any colours, lots of colours is beautiful. Also, with my work, I just want to show you that some of my work, I do get inspiration also from our Torres Strait weaving. So with the weaving, even I'm not a good weaver myself, but I love the design work that our weavers create. Like, it's just such a beautiful pattern. And this type of pattern is called cross hatching. So this is a beautiful Torres Strait Island basket that my mum made. So my lantern that I'm going to create is actually going to be for my mum, who passed away from sickness, and when I think about her, I like to light a candle, and just in her memory, like when it's her birthday or the time that she passed. It's just such a beautiful way that you can just remember them. And this is what I'm doing for my mum, which is Mother's Day very soon. So I just thought to combine a little artwork. A lot of the times, if it's something, just say, I want to do an artwork that is really part of all the elements I've just spoken of. So if I say, do the fresh water, so the fresh water can be any way that you would like to create it, all right? And like even with my wet seasons patterning, just straight lines that represent the rain coming down. And you know what? Art is not perfect. If you make a mistake, it doesn't matter because there's no mistakes in art. So, the other thing is one of my beautiful sea creatures I love, 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 love is the sea green turtle, okay? So the green turtle, the mother turtle lays her eggs in the warm sand. So when she's ready to lay her baby eggs, she makes sure there's a spot on the beach where she can actually lay her beautiful eggs. Now with our basket weaving, see the cross hatching that I was telling you about before? So with the cross hatching, I love to just, like if I use 3 strokes, I keep it at 3 strokes. Okay, so then you do almost like a pattern that forms. Okay, so then you've got the cross hatching as part of the artwork as well. Basically that's your artwork laid down on paper. So when it comes to then creating the work on the glass, it's a good idea to give it a bit of a clean and then have a look to see where you would like to position everything. Then I just think, it'd be lovely to do the work so it runs across. Okay? So really it's just sort of mapping out your work. Okay? It doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be centered, it doesn't have to be anything. So all the rules go out the window. So you just create. I love to create from my heart and just whatever is spontaneous. So there's our eggs, and we'll just do some of the cross hatching. Just might make a little pathway here. See, so you can create anything that is to do with your daily living, just anything. I mean, you may find a tractor or something that's got this pattern on it and you love it. So this is the fun bit that we can colour in. So remember that I'm not doing this perfect, and a lot of the times I don't like to as well. So don't worry about going out of the lines, or doesn't matter, because that's part of allowing your work to be just natural. It's very simple, and you know what? You can do some of these for Christmas presents as well. For your friends, I think it's a wonderful way to give someone, they would love that. So this work is really in memory of my mum, and I think that, you know, when we're doing things in life that give yourself permission to feel sad, you know, you may have lost a pet, or, you know, had a friend who's passed, or anyone. You know, sometimes we just need to light a candle for them, and it's just a lovely way to, you know, to remember them. So there you go, a little tea light there with some of my Torres Strait patterning and stories, and I hope you enjoy that.